So I wanted to do a little bit of a haul of all the manga that I've been collecting over the past while. It's also all the manga I own because I only started recently kind of buying manga. So I thought this would be kind of like a haul slash collection. I just wanted to show what I got and show you what I'm excited to read. And maybe you guys could let me know what I should prioritize, which ones are good, which ones are not. But yeah, I'll start off with maybe my oldest. So first off, I have all 6 of the, oh, that's flipped. Is it like that? I wanted the matching. Oh yes. So I got all 6 of the black versions of Death Note. So each of the black versions have 2 volumes within them. So really for Death Note there's 12 volumes. So Death Note, the story is by Tsugumi Oba and then the art is by Takeshi Obata. Like Death Note's actually been around for quite a while. I didn't realize. I think since like the mid-noughties. I think it came out around like 2005, 2006. And I do think it was one of the first animes that kind of did well in the Western world. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe people say that. But yeah, I'm very excited to get to these. I actually did complete the whole anime. I did watch it all and I loved it. I fell in love with it. I loved it so much. And actually this collection took me forever to finish. I could find volume 1 fine, and then sporadically I could find, I think I got 4. I think I randomly came across like the last one, I think, but like there was 3 of them especially. I couldn't find it online anywhere. Amazon weren't selling them, Waterstones weren't selling them, couldn't find them anywhere. I finally found them in the Forbidden Planet in Bristol. They had all of them. They had multiple copies of all of them, so I'm not really sure who their suppliers were, but I could not find it online anywhere. But I'm just really happy to have them all. I would love to like read all the manga and watch the anime again and maybe make that into a video, because I do actually have, I still have this in its plastic, but this is the full DVD collection because I know it's not on Netflix anymore. It used to be on Netflix. It might still be on Netflix in different countries, but it's not in Ireland. So yeah, and it has been a good few years. I think it's easily been maybe 6 years, I would say. 6 years since I've seen it, so I think a lot of the basics I've kind of forgotten about, but I loved the anime, so I know I'll love the manga as well. So if you're unaware of the story, this is about a character called Light Yagami, and he's kind of like this brilliant student. He's really handsome, he's really popular, he's kind of got everything going in his life. He's got a bit of a savior complex, definitely. He's definitely got a bit of an ego. He comes across this notebook that says Death Note, and he finds that if he writes down someone's name in the notebook, that person will die, and actually you can write how the person is going to die as well. When he finds the Death Note as well, he meets a Shinigami or a death god, and he kind of like follows him around while Light is in the possession of the Death Note. He keeps his identity hidden. He becomes a bit of a god-like figure because like people start to believe that he's like striking down criminals, and like at the beginning Light is just killing people that deserve it, so people believe like he's good, but obviously it gets a bit convoluted. It's a really interesting story about morality, about what's good and what's evil. The lines do get very blurred here. Then you have another like very beloved character, L. So he's a detective who's trying to take down Light. It's a wonderful story. It's really wonderful. I do remember like some things being quite dated about it. I would say with a lot of like especially older anime, it doesn't depict women very well. Definitely a little bit of a product of its time. It's definitely not the worst, but I love Death Note, really love it. Can't wait to read it, but I definitely will do that maybe as a video. I think that would be fun. Just like a reading vlog of me reading all of these and watching some of the episodes, maybe closer to Halloween. I did see the Netflix adaptation, which I didn't really like, and generally it doesn't have good reviews. It was just kind of a totally new story. Like the person who played Light, it wasn't Light's character at all. I actually didn't mind the person who played L. I thought he did L very well, but the storyline, the stakes, it really wasn't the best. I kind of wish they just did an adaptation, like a straight up adaptation. I do think maybe there is a Japanese language adaptation somewhere, I think, but yeah, maybe just they should leave it alone. Let the anime just be the great piece that it is. Not everything needs a live action adaptation. I talked about this for ages, but this I love, so can't wait to read this. The next one I'll talk about is the one I'm in the middle of at the moment, is Tokyo Ghoul. So I have all 14 volumes of the first season. There's also Tokyo Ghoul RE, which I think is the sequel. I know there's an anime for that as well, but I think it's like totally different characters, and I don't know if it's a sequel or a prequel, I'm not quite sure, but I just have the original Tokyo Ghoul. So this is super fun as well, and maybe down the lines of of Death Note as well. Dark atmosphere type manga, which I really like. So yeah, in this world, it's modern day Tokyo. You have humans and ghouls kind of living alongside each other. Ghouls actually feast on humans. So the main character of this is Ken, like he's a shy little bookworm guy, and he actually becomes the first human ghoul hybrid. Quite interesting. It does show in volume 1 how that happens. So he kind of has to learn how to deal with his appetite. He has to learn about like all the politics and ghouls and their turf wars and stuff like that. So yeah, very interesting. I'd say if you like vampire stories, you might like this, or zombie stories. If you like The Walking Dead, I'd say something very similar to this. Ghouls are very unique. They're not like zombies really, but they look like kind of normal humans. Really enjoyed this, so I can't wait to get to the rest of them. So Tokyo Ghoul is written by Sui Ishida, and I think they do the story and the art. You're probably noticing none of these are like unique or special manga. These are all like the biggest ones. So the next one I'm going to talk about is Attack on Titan. So for Attack on Titan, I have the first 9 volumes, and I know it has about, I think it's about 32, 33, 34, I can't remember, but I know the manga is complete, and it was only just completed recently enough, I think. So this story I already know I'm going to love because I love the anime. Very similar to Death Note, I love the anime. So I'm currently rewatching season 3 because I haven't seen the special. I know the special came out last March, and it's like a hour-long movie special, but I haven't seen it yet. I don't know how I've avoided spoilers, but I have. But yeah, to be honest, with these mangas, I kind of think I won't read these for a while. I think I'd rather watch the anime because that's how I consume them first. The second special is coming out in autumn time, I think around Halloween time. So actually with these, I might just like slowly collect them, and then when I feel like I'm missing the story, I might read these. So these aren't really on top of my priority list, but I really do want to collect them and read them at some point. But I could be wrong. If you think I should be reading them now, like along with the final season coming out, it might be nice. I don't know, but we shall see. I think I would prefer to wait until I miss it and then read it. But yeah, I don't know. Don't really know what to do. But so these are written by, it's Hajime Asayama. Sorry, these are Japanese names. I hope I'm not butchering them. But yeah, he's the creator of Attack on Titan. So Attack on Titan, basically you have the last of human civilization living behind these walls because there's these huge Titan creatures. They're kind of like these huge humanoid creatures that feast on humans. So you have a lot of people train up to be military police or scouts, so they're trained to kill them. So you have the main kind of trio in this is Eren, Mikasa and Armin, and they become soldiers themselves in order to learn how to kill these. So yeah, it's kind of a survival story. I know the anime is very true to the manga. I don't think there's any changes, but there's so many like twists and turns. It's so unpredictable. It's so good. It's so well done. It's very entertaining. Very gory. If you're not into a slightly horror-like gore, you probably won't like Attack on Titan. But that being said, it's not the worst thing in the world either. Maybe I'm desensitized, I don't know. It's just excellent storytelling. It's so good. I've heard somebody say that Attack on Titan is the anime like cartoon equivalent of Game of Thrones, or for its storytelling level, and I totally get that. Like the anime is fantastic, so I think the manga will be just as good. I love the art style of this, and you can see how horrifying these titans look. But yeah, I love this story. I love Captain Levi. I just want him to be happy. That's all I want. I don't think it's going to happen, but we're hoping. But yeah, love the characters. Just excellent storytelling. It's so good. It's so unique. It's not really like anything else. So yeah, debating. I'm like, should I read these now along with the final season being released, or wait a while, wait until I miss it and read it? I don't know. That being said, I have a lot more to collect. Like I've only got 9. I've got a third, so I've definitely got more to buy. So the next ones I have, I'm less aware of the story. I think I might start with Spy X Family. So this is actually quite a recent manga and anime. I haven't read this yet, and I haven't seen the anime yet, and I only have volume 1, and I think this is currently still being released. So I don't know how far they are, but I don't think they're very far. I think maybe like 5 or 6 maybe. So yeah, the story and the art are by Tatsuya Endo, and this just sounds so funny, and like every time I hear someone talking about it, I'm like, I really want to pick this up. I really want to get the rest of them. So this is about a spy who has to, I think he has to infiltrate this school. So in order to do that, he has to like pretend he has a family. So for this mission, he has to go undercover as like this married man, and he has to choose a wife, and he doesn't realize that the wife that he's chosen is an assassin. And then the daughter that they adopt is a telepath, so she can like read people's minds. So she knows that he's a spy and she's an assassin, and she knows that they don't know themselves. It just sounds hilarious, just sounds funny, sounds right up my alley. So yeah, I would really like to get to this soon and collect the rest of them and maybe watch the anime, we shall see. But I've only got a one for the time being. I think I'll try to collect this soon. But it is super popular. Like every time I'm in like a place that sells manga, there's only like volume 4 left or something. So I'm really glad I got volume 1. Getting volume 1 of any manga is usually a little bit hard, because I think like a lot of people do that, myself included. You buy volume 1 to see if you'd like them, then you get the rest. So I saw volume 1, same Forbidden Planet in Bristol, so I was like, I better get it. But yeah, very excited for this. So the next one I got is for aesthetics alone. You'll understand when I tell you. So it's Sailor Moon. So Sailor Moon, oh, I think the proper name is Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon. So this is by Naoko Takuchi, and these kind of versions, the version I have, are actually a new release, and I actually do think I have the first 3, but I think 4 or 5 is already out as well. So these are a reprint of the original Sailor Moon story. These are actually quite old. They came out in the 90s, I believe. But yeah, there's something about Sailor Moon. I don't know what it is. I've never seen the anime, never read the manga. I don't even know what the story is about. I've no idea. But I just love the art style. I love that old anime look. Every time I see something Sailor Moon, I'm like, oh, that's so pretty. Like if it's a key ring or something. I remember when Colourpop came out with the Sailor Moon collection, and I was like, oh, I really want it. Then I was like, why? I never seen the anime or read the manga. Why would I want it? So it's honestly for the aesthetic of it. I think I really want to get into the story. So God knows I might hate it. I couldn't tell you what the story's about. Couldn't tell you. Someone could let me know. I'm assuming, I know there's a few of the guardians. I know there's a group of girls. They're all like in each cover there's a different guardian, and I think they all represent a different planet. And if they're guardians, I'm assuming they guard something. But like, look at it. It's so cute. Look at her dancing with someone. Oh, so I think it just looks really fun. So I thought I would start collecting these. I like that they're all different colours, and I don't know how many there's going to be. And also, similar to kind of Death Note, I think these have a couple of different volumes within them, if I'm not mistaken. But they're slowly releasing these, so I think I will collect them and read them at some point. I do believe when I was looking up into these editions, I think they did update some of the dialogue. I don't know, was there something maybe very outdated or problematic about the dialogue, or didn't translate very well from Japanese to English? So I think there is a slightly different translation in these, an updated version of the translation of these. So yeah, I'm glad I'm reading the newer ones as well. But yeah, can't wait to get to these. I hope I love them, because then if I like them I can get that Colourpop collection. So the next one I got is Orange. So this is a complete collections 1 and 2. There is only 2. I don't know, is there some prequel out? I think there might be, but this is the entire collection. I picked these up because I remember, I think it was Books with Chloe. She's Chloe Bunny now on YouTube. I think she, or like a couple of years ago, she mentioned that she read these and she loved these. So when I saw them, I thought I would pick them up as well. I think this is mainly a friendship story, and it's supposed to be very hard hitting, like it's supposed to be very sad. Okay, so this says it's a heart-wrenching sci-fi romance. So the character Neho, she receives a letter, and the letter is actually from her friend 10 years into the future, like warning her to like look after someone, and predicts things that do actually happen. So she believes that it is actually from the future. So I'd say it's gonna be kind of sad. But anyway, we'll see. But yeah, if I'm looking for something kind of like heartfelt friendship story, I'd say these would be nice to pick up. They're very, they're not a manga that you would like read in one sitting. They're actually quite chunky. I like that they're a little bit more of a story. I like that they're a little bit bigger. So yeah, that's Orange. And then Orange is written by, and they did the story and the art is Ejigo Takano. So yeah, I thought that would be really fun. So the next one, again, very similar to Sailor Moon. I bought them for the aesthetics, and that is Black Butler. I got 1 and 2, and it was similar. Like every time I seen this in like a shop that sells manga, I could never find volume 1. So this Forbidden Planet did have it, so I thought I would pick it up. The Forbidden Planet in Bristol, the best manga shop I've ever been in. I really need to take the prices off. I've kept the prices on all of these. But yeah, I just love how they look. I just love the art style. So yeah, these are written by Yana Toboso. Again, couldn't tell you about the story. Maybe I'll read the blurb. now, but I just love the art style of this. And this is a similar one. I feel like this is actually like old enough, but it has a million volumes. I don't know if it's still ongoing or not. I've no idea. Oh, this is fun. So this is actually set in London. So it's set in an estate with a really high flying family. I think one of the main characters is a little 12-year-old boy. It doesn't say his name, but the main character really is Sebastian the butler. It says here that Sebastian's amazing at everything he does. Maybe he's too good to be human. So I don't know, is this a vampire story? So I think these are a bit like murder mystery-esque. Yeah, I just love that it's kind of gothic. I love that it's like English high society. Yeah, the artwork just does look really beautiful. So it's like two things mixed in one that I know I love. Is like, I love like period pieces as well. I love like Pride and Prejudice and Bridgerton and all that. This is fun. I don't know what Sebastian is. What is he? But yeah, I thought it'd be good to get 1 and 2 and see if I really like them and then continue on. And then the last ones I got, and again it's just I got the first 2 volumes to kind of see if I would like them. This is Snow White with the Red Hair, and this is by Sarata Akiduki, and I think it was Clockwork Reader. I think she mentioned that this was a good manga series. So the main character is Sarayuki, and she's kind of famous for her hair color. So she's got this bright red hair. The prince of the land really wants her. I don't know why, but she doesn't want him, so she runs away to the woods. And then you have Zen, I think. Is that Zen? Might be Zen. With his friends, they take her in. And I think it's just about her life with Zen and his friends, and I think it is a love story as well. But yeah, that's all I know about it. It sounds really cute. Yeah, I've got more dark and gritty manga than romance manga, so hopefully this will be quite nice. The camera's at a different angles because I wrapped up the video and I forgot Solo Leveling. So yeah, I have volumes 1 to 4. So these are actually manhwa, so they're not Japanese, they're from South Korea actually. So manga traditionally is read from right to left, where I think this is actually left to right. It is. So this actually does read left to right. So actually I picked these up because Jodie from Vanilla Moon, she recommended these like really highly. So I saw these in, I think it was Camden Market actually in London. So I thought I would pick them up. And this is by Chu Gong. And these are actually based on a novel. So these are like the graphic novel version. But yeah, I heard that you'll like these if you're into video games, which I am. So I think this world, it operates a little bit like a video game. The main character here is Jin Woo Sung. He's known as like a really weak character, the weakest hunter of all mankind. So it says his contribution to raids amount to trying to not get killed. Like in this world, he kind of has no other choice. He has to participate in these raids. So he's quite poor and his family's quite poor. So he comes across this job that has a really big payout. So obviously he signs up to do it. So I think there's a party, and it says here the leader is missing an arm and the healer is an anxious mess. So I think he tries to find his way out. And it operates a bit like a video game where I think when you finally complete a raid, you level up. So I'm assuming each volume is like a different quest he has to go on. But it sounds really interesting. I've heard just fantastic things about it, especially from Jodie. It's her favourite manga or manhwa there is, and I do trust her opinion. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting to these. Very excited. They're so heavy. I actually bought these in London and took them on a flight, and I noticed like my bag was so much heavier. But yeah, I really like the art style as well. It is really like beautiful and colourful. But yeah, definitely more of a graphic novel than a manga, I suppose. But I thought I would include it because it's usually, you buy manhwas usually where you can buy manga as well. So I thought I would include it here. So yeah, that's all the manga I own. A lot of them I haven't got to yet, but I'm excited to. Thank you so much for watching. I do anything book related on this channel, so books and manga related I suppose now. So I do reading vlogs, reading wrap-ups, book hauls, everything like that. Anything bookish related I do on this channel. I'll leave all my info in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.